In addition to defining the operating parameters for your hotel, the Manager Function screen is also used to perform several important functions that the manager might be required to use throughout the day and at the end of every day. So let's review those. The first would be to approve employee clockout. Now in the miscellaneous definitions and in the employee definitions, you can set it up so that employees are required to have a manager approval before they're allowed to clock out. To give that approval, you use the approve clockout function and simply enter the employee number that you're approving for clockout, and that employee will then be okayed for their clockout. The next two functions allow you to remove or to reopen a closed folio. Now if you remove a closed folio, then that information, including all of the payment summary or payment information regarding payments that were received, is removed out of the system. Typically this would only be done if something were done completely erroneously or for a test purpose or for something like that. The next option is the reopen closed folio. When a folio is closed, it gets moved into our historical files, both the reservation records for it and the folio records for it. If you need to go back and work with that, for example, you need to reprint something, or you need to add extra charges, or you need to remove or adjust charges, then you can use the reopen closed folio function. Now please note that when you reopen a closed folio, none of the payments that have been applied to that folio are reversed. So if the guest used a credit card to pay for rooms and for some reason you need to reopen it, those original payments are still intact, and any additional charges that you add would then be added and would be paid separately or charged separately. The next option is the end-of-day processing option. If you select end-of-day processing, you'll get the end-of-day processing menu, which gives you the following options. Closing a cash drawer allows you to reconcile out the cash drawer based on the monies that should be in that cash drawer based on the transactions that were assigned to it throughout the day. In the miscellaneous definitions, you can specify for each terminal on your system what its cash drawer ID will be, and then using that cash drawer ID, you can close out that terminal. So if we were to look at this particular terminal, we see that we haven't assigned any cash transactions to it, but if we had, we would see what those total sales are here, as well as other parameters such as the tip fees. Any credit cards or checks that have been entered will automatically come in, and then from here you simply need to enter what your beginning cash was and how many of each type of money, whether it's coins or the bills, are in the drawer currently, and the software will tell you based on those parameters how much the cash drawer is off by based on the sales that were assigned to that drawer. The next option is to post the room sales. Typically, once you've finished closing your cash drawers and reconciling and making sure that everything is closed that needs to be closed, then the last thing you would do during the day is the post of the room sales. When you select post room sales, it will tell you that this needs to be done each day, and at this point data is moved from the hotel system into the accounting system. So you can print a posting report that will show you the information that's been posted, which will include all of the folio numbers with their total, how much money was received, and then at the bottom a summary of the postings that were done for that in your general ledger. Once a transaction has been posted, it can no longer be reopened, so it's important to deal with issues that arise in a timely manner relating to folios or other problems there are. The View Pre-Post Cash Out data would allow you to view what you're about to post before you post it, and the Pre-Post Sales Report allows you to print a report showing what you're about to post before you post it. And then the next set of reports are the Z1, Z2, and Z3 reports. If you take a look at these reports, they allow you to print out a report. The Z1 report will show you information about all of the transactions that you've closed, all of the payments that you've received, and all of the folios that you've closed in detail. When you run a Z1 report and close that report, then that information is then summarized and pushed into one line on the Z2 report. And when you run the Z2 report, you'll see a list of all of the Z1 summaries that you've closed out, and you'll have the option to close that out, and when you do, it'll become a summary line on a Z3 report. So a lot of places will use, for example, the Z1 report as a daily report, and then the Z2 report would be a weekly report that would show one line for each day, and then when that report is closed out at the end of the week, each week would become one line on the Z3 report, which might be a monthly or a yearly report. The next option is the hotel reports. Now there are several reports that are available in the hotel system. The room sales report will show you, based on a date and time period, and a detail or a summary option, what sales have been posted for your hotel. The monthly sales report will show you a total by month. The yearly sales report will show you a total by year that's broken out by month. The monthly sales report is broken out by day. The check-in report will show you check-ins, and this report is identical to the report that we viewed over in the front desk screen. The checkout report is the same. It will show checkouts based on a date range. The active cash drawer report will show you currently unsettled transactions for open cash drawers, and the cash drawer close history will show you a summary of closed cash drawer records, including what the over-under was and how much they were off. The cash drawer payout report allows you to view cash drawer payouts if you've entered them using the restaurant or the touch point of sale software. The active gift card report will show you currently open gift cards with what their balances are and how old those balances are. And the redeemed gift card report will allow you to view information about gift cards that have been redeemed using our gift card software. Again, for more information on the gift card software and its functionality, you can contact a salesperson at Business Software Solutions. And then the final option is to reprint the posting report, which will allow you to specify a date and reprint information regarding everything that was posted for that day. Generally, the reports that you're most interested in will be the posting report that you get at the end of your posting of the room sales, and typically if you're filing hard copy of reports for historical purposes, that's the one that you're most likely to want to file. And then the final option is to assign employee card numbers. As I've mentioned before, you have the option of having employees clock in using either their employee number or using a card that they can swipe that's been assigned to them. If you have those cards, and they can be also acquired through Business Software Solutions, then you would assign the cards to your employees using the assign number and assign employee card numbers, in which case you simply enter an employee number and then swipe the card that you're assigning to that employee, and it'll make that assignment.